been to you. Don't nobody care about it. Don't nobody wanna hear about it. You got a problem, huh? Well, it's the same thing for everybody. I ain't gon' lie. I promise that a day go by. I ain't on the grind if I ain't on fire. If it one thing I want, then it can't go by. Tryna put 6 wheels on the Range Rover. I ain't finna play no game, that what you know. So if you think at the top, tell them move over. Modern day Tupac in a new Hova. Know that now come with us and down. We dodge it, steady deck and clown. We chasing meals so we can put that down.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And they'll run it here. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And his first look is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Foles. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Our first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now Foles hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They go counter with Howard. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's caught. Humphreys. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So pin that one on the rookie right tackle.
Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're dealing with some of the better pass rushers in the league. It'll make you a little jittery.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. They find some open field here. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Come on now. Oh, come on now. Let's go. 81, 81.
From midfield, here's Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Mike Bennett in there to get him for a loss of 5.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. They're going to look to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. They go play action here on first down. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Keep going right at him.
They'll look to throw here. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox able to get him for a loss of about 3. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Now back to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Anthony Barr in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. This a 43-yard attempt. And Parkey's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defense is awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. He finds an opening past the 40. It's a foot race. The 30. And finally down at the 9-yard line. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 66 yards for him on the ground. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. To throw is Wentz. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They'll drop to throw. Shaheen, the tight end, on the right side. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle, the tight end, Shaheen with it. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Tempo. Great.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he's gonna miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk. Of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter, you give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey, and that's caught. inside the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Come on now, come on now. Let's go. Black. Black, come on. Here we go.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And Elliott puts this one through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Bust through the tackle. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And the Eagles have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Space to run past the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
There's 5-2.
Wentz going to throw. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Great 15. Go, Golden.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Now he's forced out left. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 9 on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what are you, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give to Howard. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Foles. And he completes it to Cullen. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Foles now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Foles. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
It's complete, left side to Aguilar. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Ford Tokyo, 81, 81.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter, because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, shame on them, Coach Davis. They went against your advice. They threw the football, and now they're backed up to punt this away.
They're actually fortunate. They went against my advice, but they didn't turn it over, right? No takeaway for the defense. They'll punt it now. They probably could have gained a few yards if they ran it, though, and helped out with field position.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taking on the midfield logo. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Foles. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure whatever the reason. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him at the 12. A big play there for Philly. 53 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll set up to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year, and it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's caught. Humphries. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He'll look to throw. Able to find Shaheen here. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They'll set up a throw. He gives it to Humphries. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't.
Caden's goal. Caden's goal.
They'll look to throw here. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nigel Bradham not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Caden's goal. Caden's goal.
Now a shotgun snap as he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now this time, Wentz will throw. Ertz has it left side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now they try the right side here. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Eagles on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
On play action, it's Wentz. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Philadelphia, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time.